It was a relatively unassuming day in Résidence de la Peter. All there was the excruciating muscle pain from the previous video where I couldn't use any public transport and so cycled 90 kilometers to see my friend. Civilization. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm what the kids call in suboptimal shape. Unhunky, if you will, as the kids say. But something kept calling to me. From deep in my bookshelf, a voice entered my mind. A relic from the past calling out my name, as if to tell me that it wants me to tap into its power, enter the manosphere, and become the alpha male of my dreams. That might help me get into my untapped potential. It's MyFitnessCoach Dance Workout. This game came out in 2010, and I swear to you, it has been collecting dust in my shelf for so long. I'm scared that it's just going to grow legs and run away. I don't even think I've played this once. To fulfill my dreams of becoming swole, I'm going to be playing MyFitnessCoach Dance Workout for the next 30 days. And even though in that time, every single muscle in my body is going to hurt. Oh no. No! I am going to persist through it all, only for your sick entertainment, you disgusting little... And the unironic journey that this set me on is something that I would have never expected. Who knows, maybe it will even perform miracles and teach my ass to dance. Before I can get started with this challenge, I have to know what we're dealing with, and so I have to investigate. I got my drip, I got my gloves, I got my heart rate monitor that is not functional anymore, and I have my way too tight sports pants right out of frame so that you can't see that it's not hiding anything. Let's see what we're even dealing with to begin with. Back when they made good games. Oh shit, I don't have my strap on. I mean, I don't know what you were thinking, but this game is even more fun and exciting when dancing with two Wii remotes. I mean, I have to get one then. Hold up, I'll be right back. Don't you move. All right, I'm ready. Hi, welcome to gym. I'm your personal trainer, Eva. First, in order to sign up at gym, let's make your profile. I am male. My name is Hunky Dory. Yes, I am from the 1900s. I am 6'3". I don't know what I weigh in pounds. I don't weigh myself in freedom units, I'm sorry. I look like a more hunky version of PewDiePie. I'll explain the rules so you can enjoy your exercise. First, let's learn how to hold the Wii remote. Was I doing it wrong? Right. Got it. Let's learn how to hold the Wii remote. Didn't we just already do that? Hold Wii remote 1 in your right hand. I guess I did it wrong after all.
This is Latin dance. Right toe, left toe. Right toe, left toe. Good. Now add arms. Left, right, and left. Good.
Guys, I'm doing it.
Back on right, back, and left, right.
I am so lost.
Right,
what the fuck?
Left,
this is hard.
Center. Elbow right, elbow left. One,
I am so overstimulated.
1, 2, 3. Last 2. Now step together, step right.
I just glimpsed for like a second into what the camera was filming. Oh my god. No! Oh, this is difficult. I thought this was just gonna be a funny haha video and was just, I'll just be standing here doing nothing. I am overstimulated. Next, I'll explain what we do. Shall I? Yes, maybe you should have started with that. What? Yes, please explain to me what I have to do. Choose a personal trainer from the main menu. We'll ask some questions and make my workout suggestions. Sure. We'll ask about you, Hunky Dory, and try to work out some long-term goals. It will get slightly tougher with each my workout, so try your best and hit the high ranks. I'm going to be so good at dancing, people will not recognize me at all. When I'm gonna be in the club, they're gonna be like, who's that guy? And I'll be like, What's up? Last, please choose a personal trainer. Okay, so we can go with Monica J. Carlos. Carlos does look like a hunky dude, and since we want to be hunky, maybe we should go with that. But no, Eva, you know, I trust you. You have done nothing to convince me of that, but sure. Eva, my life is in your hands. Okay, have a great time. I'll see you again. Let's do it. I mean, the My Workout is what it's all about, right? Or is it really the quick workout? Okay, so we got Latin dance, cardio boxing, mini games, warm up, cool down. Well, let's warm up. I feel pretty warmed up after that first round, but sure. Okay, anywhere other than the USA. I don't want to get deported. Let's do a warm up in Japan. Why not? Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, my microphone. They make it look so easy. Man, I think the biggest challenge of this entire video is going to be fighting my self-conscious. I am fast. Didn't need any training for that. We burned a total of 7.2 calories. I think that's enough for today.
And enough it was. Now that I knew what we were dealing with, it was game time.
I shouldn't underestimate myself. I need to have a little bit of faith. I can do expert, sure. Believe in yourself.
And I warmed up so good that I'm glad that this is a YouTube video that does not transfer smell.
Damn. See? Expert is easy.
Alright, you cocky motherfucker. That was just the warm-up. What happened next was that I genuinely tried.
How long is this?
It was way more intense than I anticipated.
I am a god. I am a god. 67% on expert. We'll fix that in no time. I swear. This was my calling, man. Zero irony. This is actually pretty intense.
But I didn't truly feel like this was my calling. Actually, I felt like I was dancing to one of those fitness programs that your grandma used to work out to.
Exhale, good job. Let's take it over to our side.
Because let's be real, it is. And that was not hunky whatsoever. Also, why are there always 3 of them? What's with that? This really only left me with one choice. If I wanted to feel better, I needed to get better.
Today is my morning routine. Apparently exercising in the morning is healthier or something. Let's just start at the beginning. Let's do practice first.
When I started filming this, I noticed one of the biggest problems with this video immediately. You can see that I chose to wear these way too tight compression shirts while filming this because I thought it was gonna be funny, but then when I was recording this, I could see the tiny amount of belly fat that I still have be accentuated by them, and that made me incredibly self-conscious. So I stopped wearing these shirts altogether. Problem solved, I thought, and I just continued on my way.
Okay, this is more my level. I'm actually starting to understand what the hell is going on. Less overstimulating. This is better. This is better for me. How do old people do this? Wow, that's bad. Ooh. Unironically, I think these warming up exercises are genuinely helping me, like a lot.
And even though at first I sucked at this game,
I cannot for the life of me figure out what these movements are. I'm trying. I think that one is the worst one yet. 34%. Oof. Okay, let's move back to practice because damn. Wow, I got nothing. I got nothing. Wow. Wow, I suck, dude. Oh, man.
Eventually, my efforts started to pay off, and the floor even changed color to show me that my effort was not in vain. I was hitting grade after grade after grade. When you feel highest, life has a tendency to kick you in the nuts. At first, I planned this video to be a completely different challenge. I was just going to play this game and measure my weight and measure my fitness, and so that we could compare the results at the end and laugh about it. A similar type video as Drew Gooden's Guitar Hero video, where maybe I would try to get a perfect score in a level, but that was not at all what this video was turning out to be, because nothing could have prepared me for what the true challenge of this video was. My own self-conscious. Generally, I'm not a very insecure person. I'm reasonably confident in social situations. I normally don't dislike what I look like, but I am an overthinker though. What I haven't been showing you up until now was that from the moment I started recording this video, I got ashamed of myself. You can see that the lighting changed in this shot, for example, and that's because I saw some of my neighbors working outside my window. And I got so ashamed of myself that I closed the blinds to make sure that there was no chance that they could see me. Yet, that wasn't enough. I kept looking to the window on my other side to make sure that none of my family would come up and see me doing this. Why was this bothering me so much? Okay, but emotions aside for a second, we have a more pressing issue. It's been a week, and I'm still stuck in fucking practice mode. If I want to have any hopes of actually getting better at this game, I need to do a little bit more than just playing the game, clearly. And I had the perfect idea. So let's look at WikiHow. I searched up Latin dance, write in Latin, pronouncing Latin, a basic guide and helpful tips. How to dance, smooth and simple moves for any occasion.
Hey man. This is your brother's funeral?
How to dance at a middle school dance. I think I'm a little too old for that, but maybe one day. Actually, no, that'd be very weird. How to slow dance. That could potentially be something, but if there's anything I've learned, then that is that MyFitnessCoach Dance Workout is not slow. How to give your partner a sexy lap dance without feeling awkward. How to dance, smooth and simple moves for any occasion. Are you tired of standing in the corner of a room while everyone else is out on the dance floor? Dancing is a fun, mood-boosting activity that anyone can learn. Alright. Method 1. Dancing freestyle. Bob your head to the rhythm. Find the beat of the music, listen to the drum and bass, start bobbing your head however you like. If it helps, you can try counting along, snapping your fingers, or clapping your hands to the beat. Add some hip action. That's where I think that's where the problem lies. Jesus Christ. Method 3, dancing at a wedding. I'm not in that phase of life yet. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to bust into a wedding and being like, would you guys mind if I just dance here for a little bit? Having the right attitude will go a long way towards helping you learn to dance. If you want to learn to dance quickly, get rid of any negative talk and self-doubt. When you see a certain dance step, don't tell yourself, I can't do that. Instead, just try to copy it the best you can, even if you do it wrong. Thank you, Yolanda Thomas. I feel super inspired now. How to dance in Roblox? Anyway, I think we've gotten a very theoretical grasp on how dancing works, so you know what? I feel a little bit more confident. Let's see if this actually had an effect on my dancing. Just quickly before we continue with the video, I am an incredibly small channel. As of recording this video, I have 326 subscribers, which is very low in the grand scheme of YouTube. That means that every single video that I upload is a complete gamble and I get nothing out of making these videos except for my own self-fulfillment. But there is one thing that really does motivate me. Please consider leaving a comment, because seeing other people comment on my video and me being able to interact with them is exactly the thing that makes making these videos worthwhile. I have some of my best memories of YouTube being part of very small channel communities. This is a small channel anyway. I see 100% of the comments. If you watched the whole thing and you liked it, please let me know. Let's continue the video. After having gained the secret knowledge, I tried again, but with full conviction. I have worked up the theoretical knowledge of dancing. Thereby, I must be able to work up my way. I'm not going to be doing practice this time. It's time for doing beginner. I feel so ecstatic. I'm shaking. The buttons must come loose. We serious now?
and
Genuinely, I feel like I have actually been improving over the days, even though it might be very slight. 56%. Okay. I mean, that's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it was the previous few times. I'll take it. I'll take it.
But what happened next was completely unexpected.
I think this is trying to teach me that I have to loosen up my hips, but if I just move my hips, nothing... Oh, I guess it does. Loosen those hips. Oh, that was sick. Dude, I'm slaying this. I don't know if that loosened up my hips at all, but, you know, I'll take it. 12.4 calories. I have been kind of avoiding the mini games up until now, so maybe that's what I've been doing wrong.
Within no time, the floor changed color again, and I was absolutely slaying.
high and forward. You're almost done. Last one.
Damn. I slayed that. That was the best one yet. 90%. Yes. You game. Oh, not gonna lie. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about that one. Look at that. Who knew that WikiHow was the solution all along? You know what? I'm actually starting to enjoy this game.
I felt amazing. And then I had a thought. I had a revelation. Could I break my own glass ceiling and get to advanced stage? No. Like this, that would be impossible. I needed more training, personal training to be exact. I enlisted the help of my lovely girlfriend, who is actually good at dancing, to help me achieve heights that I had never seen before.
You're gonna see my beautiful warm-up.
Ooh.
Oh no, no warm-up, fuck!
Oh my god, I love this game. I need this game actually at home. Beautiful. Okay.
That was merengue. What did you
Beautiful.
think?
You put there like just legs, hands, but no hip, no torso, no.
And I was like... My brain just does not have like the space for all of the things at once, so that I'm so focused on my arms and my legs that I forget my hips too.
The hips have to be loose, especially Latin dances. You need to have your hips have to be loose as fuck. They always put their hips like crazy, but they're more hips and more torso movement, or like being more fluid, I guess.
Be more fluid. Okay.
And also
okay.
hands. I'll put my whole body into it. yeah.
Oh my god.
Good. You get
These are barriers that I have to cross here. I feel like the resistance building up in my body when I like have to move more than just my arms. I have to like step over my, I don't know. I don't feel safe anymore. It's out of my comfort zone. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
We do want to show how you're supposed to actually loosen your hips. But basically what you do, your legs are a little bit apart and you bend your knees and you kind of sit in that position. Like,
okay.
Yeah, nice. And you need to stay in there. The lower you are, then the easier it's going to be for you to move the hips. It's going to hurt a little bit on your thighs.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
What you're going to do is that you're going to put your professional. But are you done?
Yes, sorry. I'll pay attention.
And you do this the whole time. Yeah.
Ooh. This feels a lot better, though, than whatever the fuck I was doing, I gotta say.
So, unironically for a second, I know that I've been cracking jokes throughout the entire video, but I think it's good to be sincere for a second. Even though I decided that my self-image was going to be a part of this video's story, and that partially made it easier because I could just sort of have a bird's eye view of my experience, it certainly wasn't gone all of a sudden. I wasn't really able to ignore how I felt about myself. I was still closing the blinds. I was still constantly looking in the camera. And then it dawned on me. This is what body dysmorphia is. The way I saw myself, the constant shame for who I was, the hyper-focusing on issues that, if you look at it objectively, are not really a problem. It was weird for me to realize this because this has never really been an issue for me before, or at least I never realized. I always knew that I really disliked dancing, but I thought that that was just because
I didn't like it and that's it. That's why I've always avoided any situations that could potentially have me dance, and thus I never got confronted with the fact that it was actually because I just really disliked what I looked like while dancing. Hyper-focusing on parts of my body that honestly have nothing wrong with them. The way I saw myself really got me down, and I genuinely considered just not making this video. And to explain that, I have to tell you a little story about myself. When I was in university, I used to play basketball, and I'd like to think that I'm pretty decent. The problem was that my teammates were a step above me, but not just any step. It was as if your mom rolled over to her other side, cause you know, she's so huge. It was so big in fact that I couldn't participate in the games we played because I would just never have the chance to even make any of those sick moves I practiced. But surprise, surprise, I'm kind of stubborn. I forced myself to keep playing. At the end of the season we had a big tournament and I was going to participate in it, damn it. So I trained. I asked my parents, who were basketball trainers in their 20s and 30s, to fix me up, and I forced myself to keep going. But when the level difference is so huge, and especially the pressure I was giving myself is so big, combined with the fact that I never got the chance to practice my sick moves on the field, since the team just absolutely annihilated my ass in any games, I didn't improve at all. And as a result, I hated that season of basketball. And that's kind of sad because I really like basketball. And I don't blame the team. They just wanted to play a good game after all. And I don't blame myself either, since I did all I could. I think the best thing for me to do here was to just quit and try again somewhere else. That's also the question I was asking myself here. Should I? Is this one of those situations where it's truly the best idea just to give up? I decided it wasn't. The challenge became something different. I started working out on the side to feel like I was actually working on myself. I forced myself to play the game with my tight-ass compression shirts on, no more closing the windows to avoid my peeping neighbors, because I had to stand by my stupid ideas. And most importantly, I was gonna dance. Really dance. I am feeling like doing some MyFitnessCoach Dance Workout today. My god, it's time to go for intermediate. Let's see if I can do intermediate first, since beginner was very much okay last time, so let's try to do intermediate now. Maybe I'm ready, you know? And with those high spirits, I began. My bones! I started with nailing the tutorial steps. This was still a familiar area for me, since I had all that training before. I was as ready as I could be. Everything I had been through had led me to this moment. I don't feel like my hip loosening exercises have worked much, but the difficulty was nothing to be trifled with. My brain cannot handle these movements. I kept fighting on and on and on, until eventually I reached the end. 62%. Okay, that is some genuine improvement. It's not the 90 somewhat percent that I did last time. We are on intermediate now, so that's pretty okay. That, you know what? Actual improvement. Having done this for this amount of time, confronting my own discomfort with the game became much easier throughout the weeks. So I don't know how successful this is as a genuine form of exercise though. But regardless, the game did actually stimulate to start actually exercising though. And even though I don't think this game is genuinely going to improve my physique in any way, realistically, trying to be healthy regardless is really not a bad idea. That would also be my advice to you, dear viewer, to exercise if you can, but don't stress about it, because you look fine as hell regardless, sister. In the end, my love handles are still there, and I still see them. They weren't going to go away within this video's time frame, and also I wasn't gonna suddenly unsee them, but that's okay. I didn't become a Chad, and I didn't get hunky either, just like I didn't suddenly become a pro basketballer overnight. But I know that when I meet it at my level, I will get better. You were right, Yolanda Thomas!
And also, do I really need to be a pro basketballer or dancer to have fun? Is it really necessary to have the best physique in the world for life to be worthwhile? Maybe the power of MyFitnessCoach Dance Workout was never to become hunky, but to realize that you never had to begin with. That's it. I'm done.